All right, good morning, everyone. This is Frank Ochoa with your pre-market update for the MTS room, along with Kathy and Jack. And this morning, I just wanted to give a quick higher level view of the ES for a moment. Obviously, we've had quite a decline after we reached those highs at 1812 half. It hasn't been a huge sell-off, but it's been a steady lower highs and lower lows for several days in a row now, culminating with yesterday's low down at that 77.75, just above the 1775 support zone. 1775, again, as I mentioned before, is the big time level down there. Breaking down below that zone would likely lead to a move back towards 1755 with a shot at support at 35 to 40. Obviously, right now, it's still in a pretty decent pullback zone on a longer term scale. Looking at the daily chart, for example, it's everything still looks intact for a pullback and push to new highs, but 1800 is a big time zone. We have higher value relationship on the pivot range, stacked and slope, moving averages. The whole thing looks good, like for a pullback to a push to new highs. The only thing is obviously 1800, 1795s. Those are the zones that really need to be taken out, especially 1795 early on. 1795 early on. But even then, 1800, there was such a rejection at 1800 yesterday, and that was the difference. That then what we've seen lately is that when we got down there to that 1784 half, 84 half was the zone that I was talking about that could be a swing buy. It hit it to the tick and then rallied big back toward 1800. And as we've seen many times, the market has done that and just taken the ball and run off. And you've seen one of those trend days where you have no pullbacks. Well, once we got just within a tick of or two of that 1800, the wheels fell off again and we got a sell off to new lows. And that's something we haven't seen recently. That's the difference, and that's what makes this a little bit different than what we've seen before. Makes it a little bit more bearish, obviously. Still nothing huge in the grander scheme of things, but overall the structure is there for more weakness if 1800, if we can't get back above 1800. And that's where we have that it's going to leave a mark, that 1800 right there, the way that we spiked up to that zone and then hit new lows. But I think yesterday's session, obviously, lots of trading, great trading, one of the great trading days we've seen in a while. Really punctuated the ends of the range here, 1800 on the top side, and then those mid 1770s on the downside. Right now, short term, if we can't get above 1795, that opens the door for a retest of the 80s down below at 84 half again, and potentially even lower. So that's kind of an overview here of just kind of what I'm looking at from kind of a swing view. In terms of targets for today, if we can't get above 1795, then the downside targets are in plain view, and we're already hitting the scaling target right now. It's 87.5 if you're short. 84 quarter would be the primary target for the day, and then below that 80.75 would be a full range target on the session. So those are the downside targets there. On the upside, 95 is a target, and 98 half would be the next one up. For crude oil, this one has been extremely bullish, and I think Sam's comment yesterday was right on. It's the exact same thing I was thinking when gold started to rally big, was that crude oil went up big and then gold went up big, and that, when you start to see the commodities go rally like that and the markets sell off, there's something happening here. And with crude oil, we got the big rally on Tuesday. We've held those gains. The low yesterday, 96.30, is going to be a pivot to watch. But 97.50s continue to be the zone here. 97.50s have not been able to really get that break beyond that zone. We got an overnight high of 97.72, but still we formed a series of lower highs and are now back below 97.50. So 97.50s are still the big time zone that crude needs to get above. The short-term pivot is 97.20. Below 97.20 suggests targets at 96.86. 96.86 as a scaling target, and 96.42 as the primary if we do violate that 97.20. Above 97.20 has upside targets at 97.88 and also 98.31. So right now those are the key levels to watch, and hopefully we get another great day. Usually when you see such a big day like you did in the indexes, you tend to see trading within the range in the upcoming day. For crude oil, we had a quiet day after a big range day, so maybe today that'll forecast more of a breakout and higher range day. And I think breaking below 97.20 or getting above those 97.50s will spark that move. So that's all I have for right now. Let's see how it plays out.